Well, it didn't even come up with the option for R1.
Yeah.
There. I'll move out your way. Oh,
Oh, come on.
so close.
And having a little lurk. Hope you're enjoying your day and doing something fun yourself. Whether that's work or crafting. Or like me, crafting, which is work.
Oh, now you're back the other way. Oh, great. Oh. Bollocks. I don't wanna. Ah! Damn it! Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear. Do my
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Co-op Star Fox.
I did play Star Fox. Oh, not very well.
Was that you or me?
I thought I was driving, but okay. Yeah, got a futuristic rug.
Look at the patchwork sofa.
Oh,
want
the
that.
whimsical sofa.
I'm having the retro rug.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 7. It's done. Oh, even one more. Should we care? There we go.
No, it's not that again, is it? Is that what the arcade is? Because I'm being annoyed. It is! No! No, I don't wanna! I don't want. No, I won't open it. I gotta pick it up. I will open it. Why won't you let me open it? Let me open you! Open, goddammit! Fine. It's painful. Why is this painful? Because I don't know what any of it is. I'm You wish to know the title of my personage? Knitting King and Knitting Queen ones. And then we have Crochet King and Crochet Queen. And then final design is the one with nowhere. Testimony part, I'm done for. You're done for. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to pronounce this testimony.
Then we can move them into there. That down there to move that one there. Where's there?
No, I don't think if I hit you at all.
Hiyo! Hopefully ads should be over for everybody, YouTube and Twitch. We will see. I've just done my gift membership 5 remaining on my crafty YouTube thing. I don't know who's got them. It doesn't seem to have announced yet. So far it's just saying 1 has got the gifts. I don't know who the others have gone to. Hopefully some people have got them who would like them. So if you got one and you didn't like it, don't control it. But how you're doing? I have got to sort the captions out on Twitch because they are massive. That's through my OBS, so it's definitely a OBS problem than a Twitch problem. But I don't know why it keeps going so big. In fact, I think it may even be overlaying right now. I might have both of them on. Let me turn that one off. Yeah, I had both of them on, so I can have a see which one it is that's too big or possibly too small. Let me know if you have problems with the captions. I'm still fiddling with them, so I'm trying to work out how they all go. So please do tell me if there's a caption problem. But how are you all? What are you up to today? I am going to do the 2 Advent jigsaws and then the crafty ornament painting Advent, and then if there's time we'll do the colouring page one. But if there's not, I'm not too worried, because obviously I will be going live this evening for longer and I can actually catch up then, so we can see how it goes. Thank you for the lurk, Mash. Hope works not too bad and good luck with your house. I'm just putting Duncan on in the background, who is also live streaming, because my headphones turn off if they don't have a constant sound. So I put Duncan on in the background so that my headphones think I'm listening to stuff and don't close off. I've got to get a proper mic sorted. My lapel ones, I'm having trouble with plugging in and things, so I need to get something better. But we will see how it goes. But anyway, yes, we're going to do the Cloud Boost one, then the Ravensburg one as normal, so we're just going to stick with the same order. So if I move this one down here out of the way a second. Yeah, if you excuse the mess that is my hair, you had a choice. You either got me with messy hair or you didn't get me at all, because I am just way too tired for anything today. So in case you've forgotten, this was the Cloud Breeze one. So we had the leaves, then we had the tree, and then we've got Santa's sleigh here. So that's the one we're going to be working on first. And this one is the glow-in-dark one. Duncan is doing their non-glow-in-the-dark one, which is actually my puzzle, but I gave it to him to do. So we want day 4. What's on the back today? Trivia. The world's biggest Christmas stocking was more than 51 metres, 55 yards long, and was filled with candy by Italian volunteers. That's a lot of treats. That is a serious amount of treats. That is huge. That seems a little overkill. I hope that was a chowty thing or something. God, I haven't even tipped anything down. It's already covered in dust. That's left over from the Ravensburger one yesterday, I bet you. Right, so let's put this away. Yeah, I'm really struggling today, so I don't know how much I'll be able to keep up with the chatting. I'm going to go for a nap after this before I stream tonight, and then hopefully I'll be more coherent tonight. We will see. But, right, so I've played with the close-up camera again, and I'm hoping I'm going to stay in frame this time, because I know that I've got a bad habit of going out of frame. So I've tried to move it a little bit more. It means we're not as close, so that we get more on it. But we will see how it goes. So what's everyone's plans? The weekend's fast approaching. I have no plans. I'll probably go for a walk. Weather dependent. We went for a little short walk last night around the village. We're not going for massive walks. I can't do massive walks. Right, okay, so let's hope today I stay in for you to see. One's that way. And then that one. That one. And that one goes on that way. There we go. So that's the bottom bit done. Sorry if my coughing annoys you. Right, so assuming we are still going across, that's going to be the top. As I said, I've not looked at the picture, so I don't know how many wide before we shoot down. So I'm going to assume it's the top, and we're going to work from that way, and we'll see where we go. Yeah, we'll just see. Brain is not braining today, okay, peeps? Which I know is about normal for me, but it's really not braining today. Normally, on a day I feel like this, I wouldn't stream at all. But I'm trying to at least stream a little even when I feel crappy, because I took way too long off in October because of feeling so bad. So I want to try to at least keep some kind of a semblance of streaming for you guys, as I do appreciate all your support, and so I want to put something on for you. It just might not be the highest quality entertainment, but then let's face it, is it ever with me? You get what you get, don't you? And you guys know that, you don't mind. Just wondering if that might connect in there. Yes, I think it does. Yes, there we go. That connects in there. So that's good. We've already got that bit connected, which gives us some clues. That's not there. Might go there though. Let's see. Nope. That one there? Yeah, there we go. That one in there. So yeah, the weather has not been great here, but it was still nice to go out for a little walk last night. Our youngest son joined us for the walk, and it happened to be that the local chip van that comes around on Wednesdays was still there on the way back from our walk, so Duncan made a pit stop and we got some chips from the chip van for dinner last night instead of cooking, which was quite nice. Gave Duncan a night off because he does all the cooking. I'm not allowed to touch the knives because I had a little mishap one Christmas while chopping an onion, and my hand slipped, and so I don't touch those things anymore. Duncan does them all. Okay. I do miss cooking though. For Christmas board game group, every year I invite my board game group people over during one of the evenings in between Christmas and New Year to play board games and just have a laugh, you know, just a bit of fun. And I think this year I'm going to attempt, with the help of my eldest son, to do the Japanese jiggle cake, which is a cheesecake if you don't know. I've made it a few times with my son. He was the one that introduced me to it. We did thoroughly enjoy it. So I keep promising to make it, so it's like I'm going to do it for the New Year, the Christmas party. At least then they actually get a chance to get it done and I don't have to try to transport it to the hall when we do board game group, which is one less stress. You know, it's not that we've got to go far because it's literally just down the road. It's walking distance really, but it's still easier not to have to transport it if we don't need to. So that one. Nope. That one? Yes, that one. And down there. Yes, there we go. Yes. There. That one like that. And in there. Yeah, this one's gone together quite nicely. There we go. How's that? I think that was pretty good on it. So I think that would attach there, but we can't because of the length. But let's have a quick look. Yeah, okay, so this one would attach onto here, but what we're going to do is we're just going to slide it down to here for now. And when I move on to the bigger board, I'll know which order to do it in. So, that, can you see them all there? That is the Cloudberries Day 4 glow-in-the-dark jigsaw puzzle. You can sort of see them all there, can't you? So we've got a nice stocking this time round, which will attach there when done. So now let's move on to the Ravensburger Day 4. And obviously Ravensburger, we're getting different countries. So let's see where we're visiting today, shall we? Really should start putting a table beside me instead of on the floor, because it's blooming hard work bending down. But let's see who we got. Put that there. Day 4. I don't like the fact that these are in a row. I like it all over the place, so you hunt for it. I know some people like the order of them having them in a row, but I like to hunt for them. So let's see. Who have we got today? That way. So we've got the Czech Republic, Charles Bridge. Which is that for people who want to know? It's nice to get little things around the world. A little bit of exploration, which is really nice. But I think I still would have preferred to have them all join up somehow, because we're having problems with the white corners, if you remember. Oh, and that didn't cut well. Right. But we will see. See, some of these aren't cut. Yeah, this is definitely not the good quality that I expect from Ravensburger, which has been a shame. I know I say that every time I open this, but I always hope it'd get better, but it doesn't. Oh, my sleeves. It's too cold not to wear my jumper, but my sleeves get in the way. Oop. Try not to lose a piece like I did last year. Anyone who watched my advents from last year, remember that my sleeve managed to knock a piece off, and I had to spend a day finding it, which is why I'm trying very hard to keep my sleeves out of the way this time round. Don't know. Nice treatment spot on YouTube. I don't know. I don't think it's actually in my puzzle one. I don't know why, but never mind. Right. Want to stay on camera this time, so that one's going to go there. So I'm going to do the usual, just try to join all the obvious ones first, and then we'll worry about those really annoying corners that don't seem to work so well. There, that one there. Little orange. Where's my little heart gingerbread? There's the star. Not seeing my little heart gingerbread. Oh, there, look, I missed an edge. That's going to that orange, and that's going to connect into not that one. That's on there. That one's going to go there. That one's going to go in there. I've still got a snowflake thing there, that one. There's that one there, which should also connect there. Yeah. That one there. That one's going to go probably over there. Yep. Okay. So now it's just the annoying white edges. So I think that one looks to always be that way. I think the edge is the same on all of them. So if I just look at the previous ones, I can hopefully connect them by following that along. Hang on, so that is that way. So that one's going there. I'm following one of the ones along now on the outside edge because they all seem to be the same outside edge. So that's gonna get it together without the annoying false white corner fits. So that's that one. That's gonna go there. That one is here. And then this, which that surprised me that managed to stay together there. There. Okay. Now I'll turn it around to build this way. So that's most likely going to go that way. And that's going to go in there. Possibly in there. Looks like it does. And then that one in there. That's on there. That one, probably that corner for that to go in there, maybe? No, that way around. That's that one. And that one goes in there. Nope, so that one goes further down. Possibly. That one's there. That's going in there. That one's there. That's going that way. Is that in there? Yes, it's in there. That on there. Possibly there, but I'm not sure. Let's leave it out for a minute. Yeah, because I'm not sure that goes. Actually, I think that one's going to go there. Yeah. And then that one. There. No. That way around, yep. And that's got the horse's legs. that's the rest of the building there. And that finishes off there. Which means that one's there, that one's there, that one goes there, and that one goes there. There we go. So yeah, if I follow the outside edge with these ones, that's actually better. But there we go. So this is, what did we say? This was the Czech Republic, wasn't it? And this will go, if I just slide it on here, and then I can show you all 4 of them together. There we go. So we can just get 4 on here. So these 4 will have to move onto a bigger board for tomorrow, so I can start doing days 5 to 8 on here. But we had day 1, which was Germany. Day 2 was Prague, I think, wasn't it? Day 3 was Canada, and day 4 Czech Republic. So they're really nice. It's quite handy now that I know that it's the outside edge. I hadn't really looked. I should have clicked on there. They're all the same and put them together, but I was trying not to cheat. But with the false fits on these corners, I think it's just best I follow it around. But that worked quite well. So put them all there. And we're now going to see what we get for I think there's come back out while we open and see what we get for day 4 of the craft one, which we are here. So actually we could have stayed. Oh, let's use the paintbrush like I did last time, because that was easier. There we go. Oh, we've got Father Christmas. Or Santa, whatever you would like to call him. If we can get it out. Pop that back over there, out of the way. And there we go. So, that way. Wonder that camera right now. Should we switch back to the close-up? And then, there we go. So, Father Christmas. So that gives us a little more. I haven't touched up the gingerbread man yet, or any of the rest. I'll do that maybe tonight. We'll see. But what was it? It was day 1, 2, and 3 in that order. So Santa in the middle. I'm sorry about the white on the white. I don't have any black ones of these yet. I will do at some point, but we'll see. Okay, so I think if we do the red first, because I can do the white last. So let's open up this one. Ugh. I can get it open. There we go. Just getting a bit of the red this time round. Got it all over the ferrule dipping in there, but never mind. Don't paint like I paint. It's not good. Move them up there out of the way. Leave them there for a minute. Right. Try to do it so you can see today, because I know I'm getting very bad at keeping it in view. I keep putting my hand in the way, don't I? Don't know how long I'm going to stream for today. The aim was about an hour, but if I'm feeling up to it, I'll do a little longer. But I'll be back this evening for my normal crafty evening stream, which I will be a little longer on that one. That one will be 2 or 3 hours or something. Because obviously I'd said I was going to catch up with the painting on day 25, because obviously these all only go up to day 24. But I think what I'll probably do is catch up with any painting and colouring tonight on stream. It makes more sense to get them done. And I can get back to like my 5D painting that I've got on the go and things like that next year, once the New Year's over with. I do have a Lego Poinsettia, which I will be doing, but I'm going to do that sometime between Christmas and the New Year. Get these all finished and then do the Lego Poinsettia after. Just try to clean my ferrule off a little there. Keep forgetting to bring in some kitchen roll for wiping my brush, but never mind. Okay. Definitely need better light, because the light is actually on my right hand side whenever I use my right hand. I create a shadow. Yeah, and I've just got red all over what will essentially, oh, I think that's actually a candy cane he's holding, so actually I'll just make that bit the red stripe. So that was handy. Gonna try to get some better cameras at some point. These are very good cameras for showing when I'm working on really large pieces, like when I do the really large jigsaw puzzles. These would be fantastic for that, and showing both of the 3D printers when they're on the go. But for this close-up work, they're not particularly great, both lighting and focus, because they're fisheye ones, so I have to watch how far I move, otherwise you start seeing the fisheye effect. So I need to get some new ones, but the problem is I need cameras that are HDMI, because I connect into a Vision Mixer, an ATEM that a friend of mine has very kindly lent me. So I have to have HDMI connections for my cameras, which makes them a little harder to get hold of, because it's not just like a normal webcam. I do have a camcorder which I was using, but it's very old and the focus is going and it's not great, so I need to get a new one. But as you know, that's money we don't have right now. And I've just noticed that this one's got the same problem. The hole is full. It's not on the back. So Duncan's going to have to screw that for me as well. Drill it. He's going to have to drill that through for me as well. So that's the snowman and Santa both had that problem. The snowflake and the gingerbread man, they were okay. They had the hole all the way through. But that's a little annoying. Gonna paint inside the hole anyway. Might end up being a waste, because depending on the drill piece Duncan uses, he might drill the colour away. I'll just repaint if he does, but he might just go with a slightly smaller one, because the hole doesn't have to be exactly the same size. It's just got to fit the gold ribbon for it. Okay. Got a little bit just around here. Got a little bit on the beard there, but I'm going to paint over white anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I think I'm going to put that side so I don't keep stretching so much. go. This is coming in. Yeah, the candy cane is going to have to be properly done because this brush was not thin enough for that. This thing, these are really cute and really cool, but these are supposed to be from 4 years and up. There's no way a 4-year-old is going to neatly be able to paint in those gaps. I'm struggling with these brushes. I've just painted onto the glove, the candy cane, and the white trim there. There's no way a 4-year-old would have managed that. I know it doesn't have to be perfect, and it's just for fun, but you know, there's still practicality, because just because they're 4 doesn't mean they don't want things to be correct. I know my boys, if they were incorrect, they got very upset. Right, I think we'll leave that red to dry. I'll do another coat, same as most of these. They'll get a second coat at some point, but not in a thing way. But let's do the black. Though while I'm here, I could do a tiny wash of his little cheeks here. And that's too much. There we go, a little wash of his, give him some little rosy cheeks. Can you see that? I think we got a peachy colour here possibly that we can do for his face, but I'll worry about that later. Let's do the black to do his gloves and his boots. Oh, hang on, I didn't do his trouser legs. His trouser legs should be red, shouldn't they? I can't believe I almost forgot to do his trouser legs. How silly. Might paint black over a little bit of what I've done with the trouser legs for his boots, but because his boots go higher than just on his feet, but I don't know. We'll see what it looks like when we're done. It might be enough just to leave it where we had it. I have to keep reminding myself this is for fun. It doesn't have to be perfect. There. Okay. Let's use that one for the black. Still got some of the amendments of the blue because I was very naughty and I forgot to wash my brushes. Again, don't do as I do. Wash your brushes and things properly. Hope those of you are lurking are having a good day today. It's quite cold but sunny here today. Seemed to have the rain hold off, which is quite nice because it was raining when we went for our walk last night. But my new coat kept me very warm, so I didn't mind too much. That should be enough black. We shouldn't need too much. Let's get his gloves first. Ooh, try not to spend the water everywhere, shall we? Thank you, Saybot, for doing your job. I do have bots, people, so trying to spam me isn't going to help, because it's just going to get you blocked. Yeah. There's a thumb there, but that's one glove done. Should we do the other one? And then we'll do his boots. Gloves down there. It's like, where is it? It's because it's down there. I think just went a little too far there, but it's alright. I can just let it dry and paint back over. Same with acrylics, there's a lot of leeway in it. So when you dry, you just paint over it again. There we go. I think I'm gonna get his little eyes. I might need to repaint these once. I think I'll definitely need to repaint them. They didn't go well. But once I colour his face, I'll need to repaint them. I just wanted to give something. Yeah, see, his little mouth didn't go well either there. I'll repaint that. Oh, didn't let that dry before I touched it. His bout is normally black, isn't it? Trying to miss the buckle, but it's a bit hard to see the buckle. The buckle's more of a blobby mess than a defined thing. These brushes just collapse under any kind of pressure, so they're not particularly great for delicate areas, keeping the point. So you've totally gone over the buckle bit there, but never mind. I think the bout would come out here, so I'm just gonna paint it here so that it matches. And now we'll do his boots. Morning, Cheryl. How you doing? So I just saw your messages come through. Looks like YouTube chat is working properly today. I'm just oblivious to them coming through. I still got to get some kind of sound. Hope you hadn't been there too long. But yeah, Santa's come along alright. I've made a few mistakes, but I can paint over them. So not too worried, you know. I'll be back on tonight. I don't know if you're free at all tonight. For me, I'll be on about 6 o'clock for a few hours. What did we establish? You were 7 or 8 hours behind me, wasn't it? So if it's 6 for me, that's going to be what, sometime in the early afternoon for you? Morning, late morning, early afternoon, depending. My brain is not braining today. Who got my gifts today? Actually, I don't know, Cheryl. It's announced one of them, which is Critas Crochet or something, and that's all it announced. The other 4, it hasn't said who got them. So I don't know if they tried to give it to people who haven't got accepting gifts turned on, or what. I don't know. Yeah, that's something that annoys me, because obviously I can give 10 gifts away a month, but it doesn't always seem to give all 10 away. So I'm guessing it's trying to give them to people who don't have gifts turned on. Because if you don't have the gift if you don't have it turned on to accept gifts, even if it tries to give it to you, you're not going to get it because you haven't accepted it. And I'm wondering if that's what's happening. Some of the ones that it tries to give are people who haven't got them turned on. But it's annoyed me because it hasn't told me. So at the moment, though it's supposed to have gave 5 gifts away today, it seems to have only gave 1 gift away. And to be honest, the gift giving is nice, but it doesn't seem to be doing its job, which is to encourage more people to come along and watch. I'm going to paint the bottom of his feet. Because the people who have got the gifts so far, they've popped in, some of them have popped in and said hi, and then never came back, and so some of the others. So I don't know if they're normally lurkers of my channel, or what. It's just, the gift giving is just a complete mystery for me on YouTube. But then so's Twitch. I keep getting gift subs to people's channels that I've not even heard of, let alone watched. So I think the whole gift scenario on both of them are kind of a bit skew-if. Okay. It's coming along the way, isn't it? I am not have it on. Well, you don't have it switched on to accept gifts, or you have it switched on and you still haven't been given a gift. I'm getting annoyed that you still haven't got one. Right. I think mostly got that washed up. Yeah, there we go. That's mostly clean. I think let's do his little inside face. Let's have a look at this colour here. I don't know what sort of colour it is, but we can see. Where is that setting? Oh, I think if you go to the cog thing, are you on a computer or on a phone? Because there should be somewhere that's like a cog that's got your settings, and I think in there somewhere it says about gifting, and you have to turn it on to say you accept gifts. Don't know what sort of colour this is to whether it's going to work, but we can try. Yeah, this colour is quite solid and dry. Get some more water. It's not particularly great skin colour, but it's not terrible. It'll do the job, you know. And if I keep it as a little wash, we shouldn't wash over the rosy cheeks too much. They should just blend in nicely. I think I might make his nose a little rosy as well, like he's got a little cold nose. Don't know if you can see. Don't know if you can see that. So he's got a little skin colour now. It's not great, but it's definitely not a terrible skin colour. Just trying to put extra layers over so I can try to redo his eyes a little more, because it's quite opaque. It's not covering his eyes very well. Yeah, it's not covered his eyes fully, but it's a little covered, and then I can attempt to repaint the eyes without them being quite so messed up. I think what I'm going to need to do is let that dry, and then I can paint over the top of it. You're on the laptop. Okay, let me have a look on from my end what I could see when I'm on a channel. Right, so if you go to your little circle profile thing on the top right hand corner, I think you should go down to settings. I think that's where it is. Let's have a look. Is it on advanced settings? Oh, it's been a while since I looked where it was. Maybe it's not on there. Let's God, it's been so long since I've had to look at these things. Let's click on my live, see if I can see it from there. Not sure I can see it properly because it's I'm logged in as me. I know there's a setting somewhere for allowing GIF moderation. Problem is, because I'm a channel, I have a lot more settings in the back end than you do. I can't for the life of me remember where I turn on accepting gifts. Yeah, tell you what I'll do is I'll do a little research and I'll pop it in the Discord so we can see where it is we do it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. What I'll do is I'll have a look later when I'm not live, and I'll put the instructions in the Discord for you and tag you, and then that will we can hopefully work it out from there. They don't make anything easy, do they? The problem is I did it a year or so ago, and they change how everything gets laid out, so it's a pain in the arse. Right. So I think I'm just gonna paint the white over everything, including the candy cane where I messed up, and then I'll paint red stripes on that after. I think that's going to be our best bet. Apparently you've got ads coming in 4 minutes on Twitch, but I think we'll probably have this finished then, and I'll see how I'm feeling to whether I stop or carry on after that. I haven't done the colouring book, but I'll do the colouring book tonight anyway, so. Obviously tonight is craft stream, so I won't be on my puzzle YouTube channel, just on my craft YouTube channel and on Twitch. So those of you watching on the puzzle one, if you're wanting to see the remainder of the painting and colouring stuff, pop over to my craft channel, which is just Sonia Jones. If you search Sonia Jones or Sonia Jones Crafts, come up, or it is linked in my about me section on everything. Everything's linked together so you can find it. And then you can watch the crafty ones. And for those of you on my craft channels, if you're interested in jigsaw puzzles and gaming, check out Sonia Jones Puzzles and Games. And that's where I do all of my Tuesday night gaming, where I play. At the moment I play It Takes Two with Duncan on Tuesday evenings. But I also do other games and jigsaw puzzles and things on that channel. I'm going to paint it white for now, but what I might end up doing is doing his beard with a tiny touch of grey wash to give it some shadowing at some point. Oops, touched the white there before it dried. Welcome back, Cheryl. Yep, ads start in 1 minute on Twitch, so maybe we'll get it done, maybe not. If we go into ads, we go into ads. I don't think it's going to matter. I'm not going to miss much. You can see what I'm doing. Don't know who's on to raid into. Don't know if Duncan raided into anyone or not. I'll have to have a look. As said, though I have him on in the background, it's purely very, very low to make sure. My headphones don't stop and I'm no longer hearing anything, so I don't know if he raided into anyone or not. I'm going to have to be careful that my headphones don't shut off if he didn't. Right. Might need a couple of layers of the white over this candy cane just to recover the red and the black that I got on it. Yeah, I think his beard and his moustache could do with a little grey texture on it, but we'll worry about that later. Definitely need a couple of layers to cover that red there. Paint over the black I did of his mouth because I just wanted it grey, not black anyway, so just want a little darker area in there. There you go. So once he's dried, I'll do some greying over there, and I need to do his belt buckle in yellow in a second, but once he's dried I'll do final touches, but otherwise he's pretty much done. So let's just do that yellow for his buckle. Gold would have been better, but we don't have gold, so we're going to go with yellow. Yellow there. Oh. Just want a tiny bit of yellow just to do his buckle here. Trying not to water the yellow down at all because I want it quite vibrant and pretend it's gold. I also need to cover that little black that I got on it there. There we go. That's that. So yeah, we've still got the candy cane to do, but once the white's dry, I'll do some red stripes. Do this up. There we go. Should wash all these properly later, because day 4 and I still haven't washed them properly because I'm naughty. I wash out these and get fresh water, but I kind of forget to do the brushes because I just tuck it to the side. But there we go. What do we think? It's not terrible, is it? It's not terrible. We'll tidy up a little and we'll get it a bit more, but it'll do. So we had snowman for day 1, snowflake for day 2, gingerbread for day 3, and then we've had Santa Claus, Father Christmas, whatever you want to call them, for day 4. So they're cute. And I mean, to be fair, they're not a bad size, are they, if you look at it compared to my hands? I have tiny hands, but they're not that tiny, you know. So they're not too bad. So I'm happy with it. Obviously there's some flaws with the holes not being all the way through and things, but it's not terrible, you know. It's a fun little thing. But yeah, so we'll pop that up there, out of the way, and let's see what we should have for day 4. Obviously we didn't get day 3 coloured in at all, but I will do day 3 tonight and possibly finish off some of the ones we haven't done. So that should have been day 3, which we didn't get done. So day 4, let's see what we should be doing for day 4. Okay, so kind of a more doodly background, and then a Christmas tree that's kind of a doodle Christmas tree. It's an interesting take on Christmas trees, for definite. But it's a more doodly background like day 2 was, which I quite like because, I mean, that's pretty, but it's got nothing in the background. But then it's got so much texture on this one that I don't think we needed anything in the background. But this is day 4, so trying to think, what time are we? We are 1:34. I think probably I'm just gonna call it quits here. We've been going for just over an hour. You know, let's colour the green of the tree and maybe the brown of this, and then I'll call it quits. How about that? Because I need to get some rest before streaming tonight, because I'll stream longer tonight. But let's get some green. Here we go. Let's see. Let's try that one. That one looks like it might be a nice green colour. Yeah. That looks pretty good green for things. So let's colour in the tree background part of it, and we can colour the rest of it in later. At least then we get something done on it, because I don't want 2 days where we didn't get anything done on it really. Has anyone been seeing a lot of these really expensive adverts that are getting opened up on YouTube and TikTok and all that, where they've paid like £100, or some people have paid £1,000 for an advert? That is not my sort of thing. These were all nice little cheap things. Well, the puzzles weren't particularly cheap, but then I can use them over and over and over. They're not like a one-use scenario. Ah, I'm back. There you go. I told you. No sound coming through, so shut off. I've just put some sound on in the background again. Hopefully you didn't miss too much. So I don't know what you missed, but I was just saying that has anyone seen any of the advents online, that the really expensive ones, like £100 and £1,000 and things? I think that's an insane amount of money to spend on an advent that can only be used once. The jigsaw puzzle ones are my expensive ones, and they weren't that expensive, anywhere near that expensive, but they can be used over and over again. Whereas these little ones, these were really cheap, so it doesn't matter that you can't be used more than once. But I just find it absolutely insane that people would spend thousands of pounds on something that can only be used once. It's nice to have that sort of money, I suppose. But I think it's just, everything's so commercialised nowadays. People forget it's just supposed to be a bit of fun. I mean, for some people, obviously, it's a very religious time. Not for me. To me, it's about spending time with family and just giving little gifts that you can afford to people. So I don't know why people spend thousands of pounds on advent calendars. It's insane. And 9 times out of 10, they're not worth it, because you get, you know, little bottles, some full-size bottles of perfumes and things. I don't wear enough perfume to warrant spending that amount of money. And don't wear enough makeup to warrant spending that sort of money. The only thing I'd spend hundreds of pounds on would be yarn advents, because hand-dyed yarn advents, because I know how much work goes into them, so I don't have a problem with those. But something like this, cheaper the better. So we're getting there. Yeah, I think this green works alright for a background of a Christmas tree. Could do with a layer or two of the colour. That's what I like about these colours, is you can layer them up nicely. So you can get a nice light colour of it if you want, but then you can go back over and deposit more colour down. Because even though it's a rich colour, it's not the way I want a bit more. It's just nice to layer over them, and I don't have to put any pressure on. They colour smoothly without any extra pressure, so they're great for layering work, these, which is why I've had them for years and I use them a lot. And Castle Art supplies are not badly priced. And so I do have some much more expensive colouring pencils, which I will get out at some point, but them I tend to use on proper artwork, not just these colouring pages and things. And I haven't done any proper artwork for a long time because I've just not had time. And I started doing a lot more digital art because with my shakes, it means if it goes wrong because my hand jerks or something, I can just erase what I did, which is a lot harder to do if you're doing traditional artwork. Digital artwork is much more accessibly friendly for people like me who have muscle spasms and muscle jerks. So yeah, I think I'm going to colour the background of this all in the same, and then just concentrate on doing like this section here. I don't know if you can see, it is what do you call them, pine cones. If I pick it up, you see that's pine cones there. It's not focusing very well. So I'll do the same green at the background and then concentrate on the pine cones later. Don't know what I'm going to do about that section because that's an odd section there. And these bits, they look more leaf-like, but obviously I don't want to do them in the same green. So I might do a secondary green for those or something. Of the gingerbread man in the house and the stocking, that's going to be simple for thing. But I might do these kind of sections in multi-greens. So I might leave them till after, so I can have a think about what I want to do with them. Don't know how well you can see. I hold my pencil too far down for most of the time, so my hand's always in the way. I'm sorry about that. I need to get better at holding it further away. So if you can see people wandering behind me, they have to get in and out of the kitchen. Because my children need to eat before they go to work. I think I could do with sharpening this to get right into those little bits, but I can do that later. That's Duncan down to do food as well. So I will stop soon because people need to eat. Because Duncan's lunchtime will be over and he needs to get back to work. As I said, I can finish anything I don't get done tonight. Question is, do I finish day 4 tonight, or do I go back to day 1 and finish what I haven't got done on day 1 and just keep working through? Because how many Thursdays will we have between? Let's see. Yeah, see, so I've got another 2 Thursday evenings before the Advent section's over, so there's time to spend a few evenings catching up with the colouring. Because I think what I'm going to do, even though I said I originally planned on doing catch-up colouring on the 25th, I'm probably going to build the poinsettia, but I might do that a different day. Boxing Day I'm at my mum's, so I can't do it Boxing Day, and 27th is my board game group Christmas game night here, so I can't do it then. So we'll see how it goes. You know, there's no pressure. It's just fun. I get what I get done, and if I don't get it all done, I don't get it all done. It's not the end of the world. The colouring was only a backup for if I ran out of time while doing the other ones anyway. So yeah, this definitely needs sharpening, but I don't really care right now. There we go. So yeah, I think I'm going to do different greens for this section and for this section. And then obviously do the hats and presents all different colours. And I think the pot I might do some funky colour as well. Not sure what, so. But let's just do the tree trunk. That's the word, trunk. Let's do that in brown. There. There we go. So it's a start on day 4 anyway. So I will finish this off tonight and work back for the other ones. We'll have a discussion tonight whether we want to finish that off or go back to day 1, start that and work our through catching up that way. We'll have a see tonight, see what we fancy. So do join me tonight about 6 o'clock my time. That's great. That's London time. What are we on? Clocks have gone back now, haven't they? It's so hard to remember. Why they have to keep changing the times, I don't know. But whatever London time is right now. But we'll get it done. So we've done well today. We got some stuff done, didn't we? So I will see you all tonight for a few hours. But otherwise, I'm going to go because my brain is very fried and I need to have a nap. Get some food and have a nap before I stream tonight. So I don't know who we're going to raid. So let's have a look who's on. There we go. I think, you know what, how about we raid into Dusk Diamond? Don't know how long Dusk is going to be going for, but she's doing some lovely painting. Looks like she's painting a U. She does a lot of really cool painting, so let's have a look. Has she got a set that we can raid her? Yes, looks like it has. So let's go and raid Dusk. So I will see you all soon. You all take care. I will see you tonight. But those who can't make it tonight, I'm back tomorrow lunchtime as well. So I will see you tomorrow lunchtime. You all take care. Bye.